wow.
Light up the sky.
Light up the sky.
And this song came out of such a hard season.
This was really like a new era. This was like completely
It was new life.
starting over for us.
It was such a refreshing time in so many ways, but we had come out of a really hard season as a band. For all the years leading up to this, we'd been so busy, touring so heavily. I feel like we were gone from home so much in those early years.
Way too much.
In fact, that was a year that we played like 250 shows.
Wow.
And I'll never forget coming home and going to my church and realizing that nobody at my church knew that I was my wife's husband. And they didn't know that I was my kid's dad. And I remember coming home and it felt terrible. And talking to Matt and saying, we got to change something. We can't sustain this.
Yeah.
And we talked about, do we need to come off the road for a long time? We need to just change everything. And I remember having a conversation with Mark Hall from Casting Crowns. And I was venting to him and just asking, how can you sustain this life, this touring life and still be a faithful husband and father? And he said, you make the rules. Tell your label and management what you're willing to do. He said, I'm on staff at my church. So Matt and I remember we decided we want to be home worshiping with our families as many weekends as possible. And so we made some really strict rules about how long we'd be on the road. And so this song came out of that season, and it almost felt like when we were so hungry for success and would have done anything for it, that's when it came the hardest. And then when we gave it all up to God and said, God, we just want to be faithful. We want to be faithful to you, to our families, and whatever you have in store is what we want for our lives. And when we gave it all to God, it's almost like that's when he blessed everything the most. And this song came out of that season.
Yeah.
This is actually the first record that Dan and I were a part of too, which was our kind of entrance into the afters. So it was a really important record for us too.
Beautiful.
I remember the
beginning of a new era.
I remember the first time I heard this song. It was a piano vocal.
Oh,
And some songs it's kind of hard to hear what it's going to be. But I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, I love that song.
Yes.
There's something to this that's really special.
Yep.
And I love where it landed.
Remember we did a music video for this up in Canada, and and we had no budget for it. So a friend of ours, Gavin Booth, directed it for free, and he got local people to donate in pizza and stuff, and we even had somebody who donated fireworks for the video, and all the act volunteered their time, and it ended up awesome.
We had one take with the fireworks. I remember.
Yes,
because all the fireworks.
We bought $600 in fireworks.
Don't mess it up.
The funny thing is when we were recording the video, I remember it was like super fast.
Oh,
So it was like-
Oh, yeah.
I remember it was like chipmunk speed fast
Yes.
to get it slow motion looking in the final product. So you only had one time
That's right.
to like get used to like kind of the whole. It was
And I
crazy.
love how they have these Roman candles that they're shooting off, and then it blasts off, and it's like some giant firework in the sky.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, said, how did they shoot those off from Roman candles?
This the trickery going on. There's some
Hollywood
trickery
magic.
going on there.
That's amazing. Great song.